Hello? Say shut up. There are two parallel dimensions going on. One is what you say with your own mouth, which is your New Year's promise. And the other one is the reality of what will actually happen. Why is it so difficult to keep that New Year's promise? And more importantly, what can you do to make your New Year's resolutions efficient? You already know the most popular New Year's resolutions. People say, this year I'll exercise more, I'll lose, 10 pounds, 5 kilograms. This year I'll spend more quality time with my family. This year I'll study more. Some of these promises are efficient and others are not very efficient, and that's what we want to understand today with a very simple trick. We have already talked about the New Year's resolutions in our previous video. You can go to arata.se/hello78. And today we will continue because this topic is very important. It's very likely that you have also made different New Year's promises. Some people only think about that, and others, they write it in their diaries, in their journals or their calendars. What are these promises? So they want to see those changes being implemented throughout the upcoming year. The reality is that your New Year's resolution will probably fail. I'm going to start this conversation by apologizing to you. See, I don't want to be wishing you bad luck or anything like that for your new year. On the contrary, I just want you to face the truth. And the truth is that most people will fail when it comes to their New Year's promises. So it is important for you to learn how to do something in a different way than most people do. I don't personally know you, but this is the hard truth that what's going to happen to most people. These people decide that they will implement a lot of life-changing events that will last for a lifetime, but does not really happen. So what can we do differently? We can ask questions instead of making promises. There is a recent study where a team of researchers examined a great amount of scientific data regarding human behavior. And they performed a meta-analysis. They were looking at all those multiple studies. They were covering 40 years of behavioral research. And what they discovered is very valuable. That's why I'm here to share this practical tip with you. If you want to increase your chances of achieving your objectives this year, and truly changing your behavior, you can ask yourself more questions. So instead of promising, this year I will exercise more, you can set that promise aside and ask a question. Will I exercise more this year? This seems a very small detail, doesn't it? But it really works. You can replace empty promises with questions. Questions that make you think. And this will change the quality of your choices. It will change the way your brain works in your future decision making. People who like scientific references, this is all connected to the question behavior effect that has been demonstrated by Stephen Sherman in 1980. Basically, when you present a question to someone regarding future behaviors, it is probable that this behavior will change. And this effect is even more powerful when the question is presented either through some computer screen or in a written form. So you can see the words written with pen and paper. When the scientists examine different sets of people and they're asking different types of questions, for example, are you going to recycle your trash? This kind of questioning made the participants here in the research to be reflecting about their impact in the environment. They were thinking more. And they are thinking about all the problems, in this case, related to the consequences of not recycling. And then this way, there was a bigger motivation for them to understand what would be the consequences, the negative effect of not recycling. And because of that, today, instead of writing in your notebook, I will lose weight, you can write a question in your notebook. You can say, am I going to eat healthier this year? Yes or no? And then you can take a few minutes to be pondering about what will be the consequences, and then you write all your thoughts in your notebook. That will help you a lot. Focus on the positive. The leader of this group of researchers is informing us that this type of effect is more powerful and also more productive when we are directing these thoughts of ours to socially acceptable behaviors. For example, when we're thinking about eating healthy or studying more or volunteering. One additional care is necessary when we are dealing with a different type of ideas which are linked to destructive behaviors. In these cases, we have, for example, situations of people with some chronic conditions like problems with narcotics or alcohol. In these cases, the results were not so good. You can set the focus of your New Year's promises on the positive. So instead of not smoking, you can reframe that and say something positive, such as do sports every morning, or any other type of resolution that makes you want to dedicate your time to positive activities that you wish to perform, so then you think a little bit less about the negative stuff. Help people reflect. If you have children, you may have understood that it's not a very useful or practical idea to be giving advice such as, son, don't drive after you drink. You're probably going to listen something like, oh yeah, sure that, and they'll go. They're not going to pay attention to it, because in that situation they're not being forced to reflect, to think about the whole situation. They are making an empty promise. It's quite similar to the whole idea of the New Year's resolutions that will not work, because again, there is no real commitment. People are not really thinking deeply. It would be more efficient, instead of making that empty promise, to ask a question that will make them think. So you can say, hey, are you the one who's going to be driving when you're going out with your friends tonight? Oh yeah? Will you drive after you have some drinks? That's the small detail. Will make a whole big difference, a world of difference. And by asking, will you drive after you drink? Now you are stimulating the other person to stop a little bit, to reflect, and provide an answer. This little action brings a positive change in behavior. Remember, according to statistics, the probability of you being consistent when it comes to your New Year's resolutions, unfortunately, is very low. And because of that, you can make use of this moment when you're now excited and also you are informed with this video. Because right now, you can understand the importance and also the value of promoting positive changes during the next year. Instead of simply writing down promises, you can start asking yourself better questions. Use a pen, a paper, and you will be writing down whatever your reflections will produce. Inside of our courses environment, we also have something more for you. We have a special course called Better New Year. Better New Year is a course specially crafted for you, so you can perform the best reflections in order to achieve a result that is closest to what you really want. You can go now to the link adata.se/Better New Year.